It's about damn time. Batman gets payback. Welcome back to my channel. In today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at DC Multiverse, Last Night on Earth, Batman. And if you're new around here, please remember to subscribe to my channel. So let's get right into it. So here's the box. We obviously get Batman. It's not the traditional cape and cowl. We got him in a straitjacket, which is very odd, but I like it. The additional pieces you get with Batman, you get the final pieces to build Bane, you get his two hands, you get his head. Over here you get a baton, and over here you get the Joker. Well, at least his head, and it's in a lantern. And then obviously you can see a black little stand back there for support for the figure itself. And on the side of the box we got the Batman Last Nights on Earth. Over here, collect the build Bane. On the back, we got that nice traditional art that looks amazing. I like this one. I think it's better than being in this little small form. I think that's nice. Nice little touch. Obviously, just on the back of the box, it lets you indicate which pieces you get. We already went over which ones they are. And there is Bane. I'm going to bring them up real close, and that's going to be the final collect them to build. And that's going to be it for the cards, because we already went over these three figures. Those reviews are already up on my channel. So let's get them out here and take a look. So I decided we're going to go over the accessories first. And obviously the Bane head and the two hands, we'll talk about those at another time. So just make sure you have those, the complete Bane. Next up, we have Batman's baton. It looks pretty good. It looks like there's at least a little indent, so it looks like he swung it and hit somebody in the head with it or something. So it's pretty cool. Has a little bit of molded detail here for the handle part. Interesting. And then we got the Joker, and I'm trying to keep the light out as much as I can. I kind of can't. It's reflecting off, but you kind of get the gist of his head is severed from his body, but he's still alive. Yeah, go figure. So even in a dystopian future, Joker is still giving Batman headaches, causing him problems. Just for fun, of course. And the last but not least, the card. Love this card. I like the artwork. Batman Last Night on Earth. And we're going to take a look and see what else is happening to this Batman. So obviously it's Bruce Wayne, 6'2", 210 for weight. And it reads, in a dystopian future, Bruce Wayne wakes up in Arkham Asylum. He still has his youth, but he was never Batman. Bruce dons his Batcowl, breaks out of the asylum, and accompanied by the Joker's animated severed head, begins a surreal journey to solve the mystery of his past and find out who's responsible for destroying the world. Encountering both friends and enemies along the way, the Dark Knight's quest through the devastated landscape may prove to be his last adventure ever. So, it's interesting. I'm glad I'm keeping these cards. I think they're pretty cool to collect. Simple little piece of cardboard there. So let's get right into checking out the Batman figure himself. And here I have Batman. And as you can see, the cowl looks fantastic. This is his own homemade one that he had to make in the asylum itself. He has the ears made from belts, and you see the buckles right there. So he has the pointy ears. That's pretty good. The straitjacket itself looks fantastic. It's a little torn up a little bit. There's a little gash up here on the shoulder. A little bit hard to see, but there you go. That's a good shot. And obviously the holes and everything. So I just wish this was a little bit more dirty and everything, just to make it look like he's been wearing the same one for a while. We got the W on it. We have a belt here that's painted on, has a buckle. Then it comes underneath, goes around and down through his butt. up around through his crotch, and it comes up to this buckle here. Then you have the utility belt, which Batman always has a utility belt. And this is where the baton comes into play, so you can just slide this up right here, which is pretty good. The gauntlets, the bat gauntlets, look fantastic. I like the paint. Overall, like a little bit of wear and tear and everything. Even on these are not really sharp, but they're pretty hard plastic. So I thought that was a nice touch. Up here, it's a little bit of soft plastic right here. He still has that wrist articulation. Just point that out right now on those weird ball joint things. So, but he does have the double hinged elbow, full 360, butterfly joint, full 360 on his head. Let's get those things out of the way. He does have a little bit of articulation for his torso, so you can stretch all the way back here from standing, so his feet are on the review table right now properly, and then he can bend down like that, and then we're going to bring him up normal, and then we're going to see he can't really lift his head, like put his head back, like to look up, because of the straitjacket itself. So that's minor, and to be honest, I mean, he can still look down, and then he can look up, so it's not too bad. Next up, he can kick to about, let's see, leg on, about that high. It's not much. This is more like a soft rubber, plastic and everything, so you can get that mobility. The knees are on a double hinge. My God, that's flexible. So we have that. Then we have a ball joint at the ankle. And you think you can kick, bring his toes up, bring them back. There's no thigh swivel whatsoever, which is a disappointment, but there is toe articulation. I'm just, that's as far as that one wants to go. So yeah, it's okay, a little bit. Yeah, that one that's really tight. So there is that, obviously. So overall, this figure is really cool. And this Batman got to be pretty crazy to be hanging around the Joker for potentially his last adventure, because he finds him out in the desert as he leaves the asylum. And then he finds the Joker just looking into the distance by himself, going crazy because he has no one to hang out with or anything like that. He's just out there and he has no body. He's stuck. And then on the back, I just wanted to point out as well, the belts are attached actually to the jacket itself, to his back. You can't pull these off, but it has some nice articulation. So it's nice soft plastic right there. I think that's pretty cool. Give a little nod so he has some type of cape because it is Batman. And last but not least, he gets a stand. And I'm going to put it on him because he has trouble standing, just like a lot of the other DC McFarlane line. But overall, I think this Batman is fantastic. I mean, he looks awesome, and they were able to sneak in another character, so we even got the Joker for this line, even though it's just his head. It'd be pretty cool if we get another line of this, like a Wave 2, and maybe they'll make the Robin, like, exosuit, and then they take Joker's head and put it in it, so then he's actually able to help Batman fight and take down Omega and some of the other bad guys. So I thought that was pretty cool. And here we have Batman one final time. And overall, I'm just going to get right to my final thoughts. I really like this figure. I don't really have any gripes about it. Just real minor things. Like, I wish the jacket, the straight jacket that he's wearing, is just a little bit more like dirty, a little bit more torn up a little bit. I like the gauntlets on his forearms. I like the cowl. I think that's fantastic. I like the little club that he gets, and he can attach it to his, carry it on his utility belt. I think that's nice, and along with the soft rubbery utility belt that he does get. The other nod is he gets the Joker. It's perfect. On the back, I like these things for some reason. I don't know why. It's just creepy. The trying to think. Is there anything negative I can think about this figure? Okay. Got it. One thing. No thigh swivel. Right here. They could add that. There's no reason why they can't add that. And there'll be a very perfect, like, articulated figure. I don't have anything else to really say about this figure. I think he's really good. And honestly, does he need another set of hands? Like fist hands or something? And honestly, I think he can get away without it. I mean, maybe I can borrow the 2 fisted hands from Omega and pop these in, but then he's going to have black hands. But then again, he is wearing the black boots, and he has the cowl, so I think he can get away with that. I don't think that's going to be a big problem. And then he can still store this on his belt, and Joker's lantern head can just hang out in the back, you know, somewhere around in the back. But one other thing I wanted to point out, there is a little bit of detail on this. I thought that was pretty cool. Real minor, nothing in, you know, crazy or anything like that. But overall, and the way they made this, it's like there's like a thing that goes around, and I'm just wondering, would they make that suit, and then would you need to buy this Batman to get this piece to put into that Robin Exo suit thing that was in the comic? And I thought that would be pretty cool if they did. So that's just an idea. But that's it for the review. Thank you for watching.